Tonight we're spending some quality time with a peculiar character. This is the world's first smartphone with an active live ticker display. This is the Samsung Continuum for Verizon Wireless. It is $300 with a 2-year contract and a $100 mail-in rebate. This is just like any other Samsung Galaxy S phone that we've covered, with a Super AMOLED screen, Android 2.1, and a 1 GHz Hummingbird processor. We also have a 5 megapixel camera with flash and HD video. So let's start with the design on the Samsung Continuum. We'll start with the obvious, and that's the 1.8-inch Super AMOLED ticker display located at the bottom of the phone. The phone also has a 3.4-inch AMOLED screen for its main display, and both screens have a 50,000:1 contrast ratio. It's a very beautiful display, capacitive touchscreen, so it's very sensitive, great colors, excellent to read with. There's also a row of haptic feedback buttons, parting the sea of Super AMOLED goodness. Now we'll start with the ticker display. This display has a grip sensor, so you can basically pinch the bottom of the phone. In a locked state, it will show up and you can access your ticker display. We're going to get into the features of the ticker display in the features section. Now the rest of the phone is very straightforward, just like the other Galaxy S phones. We have a dedicated camera button, power lock button, 3.5mm audio jack on top, volume control, and there's a naked USB terminal, which is odd to see on a Samsung because they're usually covered. But we have an external micro SD card slot with preloaded 8GB micro SD card. And it's great because we don't have to deal with any battery juggling to get this thing out. This phone is a strange shape. It's kind of like Humpty Dumpty on a diet. It's tall, thin, but with oval kind of edges. It's a neat, sleek design. Definitely not durable, but it's pretty darn nifty. If you've seen all of our other Galaxy S reviews, the only interesting part of this section is going to be the ticker display, so we'll start with that, then roll through Android 2.1 on the Samsung Continuum. Now we're going to play around with the Samsung Continuum. We're going to unlock it here with the classic puzzle pieces, and you can see here is the ticker bar. There are all our missed calls, text messages, voicemails, emails, etc. IMs. This is the main screen. Here's your weather. Nice and warm, isn't it? And let's go back here. Whoops. It's a little tricky. This bar of haptic feedback buttons, like we mentioned in our full review, is a little close to both of these screens, so it's easy to inadvertently hit something. Now here, this displays all of your history, so these are the most recent updates combined. This is all social networking and RSS and events all combined into one. So we have MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, ESPN, Reuters. Here's Buddies Now. It's our social networking contact favorites roulette wheel is what it is, and you can message and interact with your comments with your contacts that you choose right from within this widget. There's also Twidroid, which is a Twitter feed widget, and Facebook. Now this is a fun little thing. It's called Days, and this basically is a little scrapbook journal memo kind of thing. You have your schedule, you have your memo, and you can add a picture and document it. Because we have Android 2.1, we cannot load flash content. So we can't view videos. There should be a YouTube video in this review right there, but we cannot play it from within the browser. It doesn't even come up. But we can pinch and zoom, we can double tap to zoom. So this game has a 6-axis chip, so we can play 3D games. Like this. Whoa! Like any other Galaxy S phone, the Samsung Continuum gave us good call quality. Very clear, crisp sounds. Elimination and suppression of background noise was present, so there's no major complaints. But battery life suffers a bit of a heavy blow. We've got two Super AMOLED screens. Even though one's smaller, it's always updating. So you're really going to have to watch your ticker usage on this phone. Battery life is just around mediocre. The Samsung Continuum also exhibited an identical performance to the other Galaxy S phones that came before it. Bright light shooting was very impressive, great detail in most of our shots. Sometimes we were at a loss for detail, and low light sensitivity was not as impressive. It has 720p HD video. Videos were okay, but they recorded a strange frame rate, as we just saw with the Samsung Focus, so motion is not the best. But the camera interface is good. Cartoon's pretty cool. We like cartoon. And we have other options, picture controls. Come on. Sheesh. Sometimes it just gets slow. Alright. Flash settings. More scene modes. Timer. Resolution. Effects. ISO. Metering. Anti-shake. Pretty decent. Easy to use. Also, when you go to take a picture, touch focus. So that's nice. So here's our final answer with the Samsung Continuum. We feel that this phone was crafted in a laboratory rife with stockbrokers, Facebook fiends, and sports addicts. Because who else would want live updates every 5 seconds of their friends, or the New York Stock Exchange, or the New York Giants? But if you don't have a need for the ticker, then there's really no reason why you shouldn't look at any of the other Galaxy S phones. Necessity? Must have? Definitely not. Nifty little slice of technology for a particular group of mobile users? Yes. And that's the Samsung Continuum. For InfoSync World, I'm Mike Perlman.